On this week's weekly video fishing forecast, we have all the intel on the red hot bass bite. We have a rundown on the upcoming tournaments and our correspondents check-in from around the island, or here at thefisherman.com.
The fishing news is sponsored by these fine partners.
Today is Thursday, October 13th, and the bass bite is broken wide open since the departure of the remnants of Hurricane Ian. All along the south shore, the bass fishing is red hot. We will have more details later in from our correspondents. Blackfish season has opened on the North Shore, and there's a 3-fish limit with a 16-inch minimum size. This Saturday is the opening of Blackfish on the South Shore as well. This week's digital edition has a great article on using jigs for talk by Tony Durso. Remember, $29.95 gets you 12 glossy print issues and all the weekly digital content, plus full access to our website, and best of all, you can compete in our Dreamboat and Coastal Kayak Clash. Don't forget that this video is available as a podcast on iTunes and Google Podcasts. Search for the Fisherman Magazine podcast and subscribe so you can listen to the broadcast. Now let's head over to the map and I'll tell you what I've been hearing. On the West End, once Thursday arrived, there was lights out with cow bass close to the beach, with fish over 50 pounds being caught on bunker pods. Snagging and redeploying a live bunker on a legal circle hook was the way to go. A few fish came up on poppers too, which were fished around the pods. Yellowfin tuna also made a showing at the Texas Towers and at the Hudson. That's been a chunk bite. Speaking of offshore fishing, Mike from the Fisherman got out with our friends from Island Yacht to try out the new WorldCat 400 CCX on the offshore grounds. Click on the card in the top right or the link in the description below to see the video from the trip. Along the South Shore, it's been a similar report as stripers are not far off the beach, up to 50 pounds, and are falling for the same methods. Some fish are also inside Mauritius, Shinnecock, and Fire Island inlets and are falling for spot and bunker. Bucktails are working too. I had a good session which resulted in a half a dozen slots in Mauritius last week myself. I also got a good report of albies along the central South Shore between Shinnecock and Fire Island too. The pods have been running not far off the beach. A few large thresher sharks were spotted near the bunker pods also. Up on the North Shore, jumbo sea bass and jumbo porgies have had a chance to reload on their favorite pieces of bottom. Most open and charter boats have found some insane fishing with the duo. Thankfully, the action carried right into the weekend. Striped bass and bluefish did not disappoint as they continued to slam jigs and bunker, while false albacore continued attacking rainbait, peanut bunker, and spearing on the North Shore. The big news, however, is the season debut of Blackfish this Tuesday, October 11th, right through December 9th. It should be a great Blackfish season once again, especially on the east end of Long Island. In Montauk, it's another similar scene to the South Shore. Stripers up to 40 pounds have once again visited the point and its surrounding rips. Live baits and artificials are both doing the work. Some day blitzes are popping up also and giving fly anglers a good shot too. A few albies are in the mix as well. In the surf, it's no different. The entire South Shore stretch is on fire with stripers from slot to oversized. Day and night tides are producing at most major inlets and sand beaches. I got word that Montauk Surfmasters competitor Brandon Saucio placed a 38-pound fish in the contest for first place. He is followed by Bill Wetzel with a 30 and Bill Shulkin with his 29-pounder. Tournament season is here, and here's a quick rundown of the upcoming competitions and events. On October 15th, Corker's Cup Challenge hosted by Montauk Surfcast Association. October 15th again is the Bergen Bay Docks 7th Annual Striped Bass Tournament. October 22nd, Bodie's 2nd Annual Striper Tournament. October 21st through 23rd is the Babylon Fall Surf Fishing Classic. October 27th is the Great Gun Anglers Casey Mellinger Striped Bass Tournament. And October 28th through 30th is the Fred Farrow Memorial South Shore Fishing Classic. And November 8th is the Riverview Striped Bass Tournament. For all the details, click on the card on the top right or visit fisherman.com/events. News 12 meteorologist Rich Von Ohlen checks in with the weekend weather. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Let's check that weekend forecast and see what we got going on. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads-up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So we start out with the water temps, which have come down 60s just about everywhere. That warm water now heading back south to the Gulf Stream. And wave heights, Saturday looks okay. General 2 to 4s from 4 to 8s offshore. It'll be a light breeze on Saturday, more of a roll. We start to pick things up Saturday night and Sunday. Hard southwest wind comes in, so it's going to chop things up. And I think it's going to be a little more rolly in the ocean from the East Rockaway out to Montauk Point for Sunday. So if I had to pick of the weekend for the ocean day, I'd say Saturday would be a little better. A light wind northwest to north, variable late in the afternoon on Saturday, so it's the calmer of the 2 days. Notice how we start to get that kick of a south wind about 15 to 20. Later Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Most of Sunday, it's 10 to 20 from the southwest, probably a little choppier, a little lumpier than Saturday. High tides north shore for the afternoon, south shore around midday. We got 60s for highs on Saturday and generally some mid to upper 60s for highs on Sunday. Get a different view here. Look at the Guru on Saturday, and like mentioned here, we have a light variable breeze until about early afternoon, 1, 2 o'clock on Saturday. Looks good with the wave heights, and then we start to kick things up right here. Southwest wind gets pretty rough here. Later Saturday night into Sunday, and the winds on Sunday manageable, but it's going to be a little lumpier here. We might have waves up to 3 to 5 feet there. We'll see how things kind of shake out. But in the meantime, overall the weekend, not bad. Saturday, pick of the weekend. Get out and enjoy. Be safe as always. Catch 'em up. Matt, back to you.
It's time for our correspondents to check in. Let's start off with Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim.
Thank you, Matt. Well, greetings everybody from Montauk. Pretty much really getting into a spectacular week. Fall is kicking in. The striped bass have moved back into the area. Weekend was a little rough weather-wise, but it was good fishing. So some big bass have moved in, whether you're on a charter boat pulling wire or catching them on flies or light tackle. False albacore, we got a nice run coming in from offshore. I actually had some really big fat ones. Blackfish is going to open up this week, and we should have a better report on that coming up for the next week's report. I had some really nice bluefin tuna busting around the boat right at the lighthouse. So anything from like 50, 60 pounds to upwards to 100 pounds. So we was trying to get them on a popper, and we were throwing flies at them, but unfortunately we didn't get any. But there's also been some giants around. The offshore bite, I haven't heard too much locally. I didn't really look, so I don't really have much to report. Couple codfish here and there. Fluke is ending strong. I know Jamie from the Miss Montauk went offshore the last few days, so he should be back Thursday before the storm, and I'll hopefully have a report from him. He was doing like a 3 to 4 day exploratory trip. All right, everybody. I'd also like to thank everybody who attended the Castoverfest and all the winners that won some good stuff. Thomas O, he won the rod reel combo, and thanks to Grundon's, Montauk Brewing, and everybody else who was really supportive of the event. All right, guys. Catch them up this weekend. The weather's going to be good.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. The report, it's unbelievable. As expected, right after that weather moved through, the bass went on the chew, and they are really big fish. Just hearing constant 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds on, snag bunker put onto a circle hook, on surface stuff, on swim plugs, on shads. Surf casting's been phenomenal. I've heard, I know a couple of buddies that got into like 20, 30-pound fish at night, and it's that time of year, and to have it come together like this is just really awesome. So I've been trying at night. I've been missing the tide a little bit. I did get out with my buddy earlier today, got a nice slot fish on a bucktail pretty close to the beach, and just a great time to be fishing. So absolutely get out there, give it a try, let us know how you do. All right, back to you, Matt. Thanks.
Let's take a quick break and get the latest from the Dreamboat and Coastal Kayak Clash.
After a quiet week for entries, things should really start to pick up as we get closer and closer to the Dreamboat finish line. Here are the official standings for total points as of October 13th. First place is Rob Carazano, second place is Dean Paella, third place is Sam Dibner, and fourth place is Garrett Weir. The Dreamboat Fishing Challenge is the Fisherman subscriber-only multi-species fishing competition with a chance to win a new Steigercraft 23 Miami powered by Yamaha, along with many other great prizes. Visit thefisherman.com to subscribe and get all the details so you can be part of the action.
Hey everybody, just going to give you a quick rundown of what's going on in the Coastal Kayak Clash this week. We had 3 entries. The first one was a 17.5-inch porgy caught by Greg Vergare, which is good enough for first place in the category. The second one was a third place albie, or hardtail, entered by Justin Oser at 26.25 inches. And the last one was a big one, hard one to beat. Justin Oser again, tournament leader with a 27-inch blackfish. That leaves us with this at the top of the tournament. Justin Oser is leading the world with 11 points. Bob Wagner's holding down second place with 7 points. And Tom Hode is nipping at his heels with 6 points.
Hey guys, it's Gene from Black Hole Outfitters. Just want to let everybody know we're having our end of season clearance event. Every Old Town boat we've got hundreds of them are on sale. Get the best prices of the season on new, pre-paddled, and demo boats. Check out blackholeoutfitters.com. Give us a call at the shop. You're going to get the best price on an Old Town that you'll ever get all year long. Check us out.
From Northport, we have Mark from Cal Harbor Bait and Tackle.
Hey, you know, our area is really recuperated after that awful blow that we had. You know, the false albacore is still hanging out, a lot of the same spots. You mix in with peanut bunker and anchovies. You got a beautiful mix of bluefish and large bass into the 20-pound range, all mixed in the same spots. You know, they go out by 11B, 28C out in the shipping channels if you're going to go try that type of fishery. Blackfishing's kicked off real well. People doing good. If you're off the beach, the back of the harbors have been like totally lit up this week. The full moon has made some crazy fishing. I mean, like early morning bite, middle of the day bite, beautiful fish, over slot fish, in the slot fish, large bluefish into the upper teens. It's just really dynamic. They're very focused on the peanut bunker. So if you're using lures or flies, you want to use some peanut bunker imitations. Got a lot of lures flying out of the shop. People want that stuff. It's very, very effective. You can also use the bait. Remember, you can't do the snag and drop on these bluefish on the striped bass. So if you're going to use some of the bunker, you got to make sure if you're going to snag it, get it back, throw a circle hook on and put that back out. And that can be really effective if you want to mix it up. Until next week, I bid you all peace, tight lines.
From the Fire Island area in Great South Bay, let's check in with Captain Al Lorenzetti.
Hey Matt, Fire Island report. Bass fishing is red hot. That's all I have to say. It's like inside, outside, there's fish all over the place, anywhere from pretty much, there's very few short fish now. It's all slot size or larger. I fished with a friend of mine the other day. We had like 25 fish. We kept one, released the rest. And that was inside. Outside, also, guys are crushing them on the bunker pods and also blasting up tight to the beach, pushing up mullet and peanut bunker and everything else they can be on. So striped bass fishing is it now. Fluke season is closed. Blackfish opens up on the 15th, so that's this coming Saturday. And a couple of tournaments, the Bergen Bay Docks tournament is going off. The Suffolk Anglers tournament is happening that day. And I had a great quick thing. I had a 16-year-old girl fish with a dad, fluke fishing on last Thursday before the season closed. And on a fluke rod, low profile bait caster, she hooked a fish and fought it for 10 minutes. It turned out to be a 23-pound striped bass on a little tiny fluke rod. She's a great angler. What a great future she has for fishing. But anyway, I guess that's it for this week, Matt. Fishing is great. Get out there, catch them up.
With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, it was another gorgeous week this day. Beautiful. Well, I'm out here fishing with my good friend. Actually, we were guiding. This is Rich Cosgrove, the new president of the Art Flick chapter of TU, and his beautiful wife. She's the vice president. I'm out here. We were guiding out here with the New York City Athletic Fishing Club. Great time. Great guys. Fantastic. We must have caught over 100 fish. It was crazy fishing, but a phenomenal time. Now, before we get any further, let Rich talk a little bit about the Art Flick chapter.
The Art Flick chapter. It's primo Long Island Fly Fishing Club. We're open to men, to women. We do a lot of activities with the community. We work with the Boy Scouts. We work with the Girl Scouts. We work with the DEC doing casting lessons, tie-in lessons, you name it. If it has to do with fly fishing, this is the club you want to be in. So look us up on the web, artflick.org, and come down and see us. We meet the second Tuesday of every month at Connecticut State Park. Primo place on Long Island. Come and visit us. I look forward to seeing you. Thanks, Paul.
And a great time. Saltwater. There's still a lot of fish out here. I'm hearing albies are starting to show up in this Jones Beach area. It is going to be a terrific fall. Hopefully, we're going to have a nice long fall. So until next week, tie lines, everybody.
Tie lines, man.
Chris Landry checks in. Chris.
Thanks, Matt. What a difference a week makes. The fall run is in full swing and it turned on like a light switch. We went out to Rockaway along the beach 100 yards off and we slammed a few cows on adult bunker. There's peanut bunker all over the place, but the cows don't seem to be on them. They're on the adult bunker. Most of the guys are going all the way to Jersey to get the cows that you're seeing on social media. I can't tell you exactly where, but on the Jersey side. There are slim pickings outside of Rockaway. We did manage to get on some big over 40-inch striped bass, and inside in the back of the bay there are schoolies stacked up everywhere. Look at the Garmin screen, just a wall of striped bass. They're in the 24-inch range and they're fat from eating endless amounts of peanut bunker. Bait is everywhere. This is the beginning of the fall run and it's starting off with a bang. It's going to get better and better. So also get out there Saturday for the beginning of blackfish season. We did get on a few blackfish with the A-team during the week. Fluke season is a wrap, but we're going to be after these stripers. So thank you, and back to you, Matt.
Captain Mike Centry has the latest from Staten Island.
Thanks, Tim and Matt. Hope all is well, guys. Well, guys, Mike Centry here from Anglers of Legend Sport Fishing Boat Works. Well, the striped bass, definitely very early this year. Usually we get the feedings and multiple catches towards the end of October. So this year they definitely came in a little bit earlier than usual with that cold front that we had in that storm. Bay is pretty much productive on the back bay, the triangle between South Amboy, Staten Island, and Perth Amboy. It's a little bit of a void in the middle of the bay. Once you get towards the tip of Sandy Hook, Ambrose Channel, it's pretty much all the bass you want. Further along the shore of New Jersey, towards also in Rockaway by New York, there's all the bass you want, and some pretty big ones. So a lot of guys are pretty much using the flooded spoons, dropping live bunker in the schools. If you can't find bass in one particular pod, go work another pod. Usually within 10 to 15 minutes, keep moving around until you find them. Trolling outside the 3-mile line, a couple of my buddies are hooking up to some really massive bluefin tuna. One was landed, I believe that one was either 96 or 99 inches last Saturday, released. Another buddy of mine, Jimmy, caught and kept a 51-inch bluefin. So that was pretty surprising, around the 3-mile mark. And that's it, so get going, guys. My boat's down for some maintenance right now, so my charters are pretty much off limits. Pretty much blew an engine, so that goes my season. But hey, get out there, either from the shore or a boat, make it happen, because it's on fire. Back to you, Matt.
Check out this video's description on YouTube for all the related links and index for specific reports. Please support our correspondents by visiting their websites and social media pages. Looks like a good weekend ahead, so get out there and fish. I will see you right here next week at thefisherman.com.